going to Norway. Good morning from Copenhagen, Denmark. I didn't quite get the chance to explain the current predicament of life that we're in yesterday. So Francesca and I are in Copenhagen for a 3-day quick trip, and as you can tell, I've been doing quite a bit of traveling during my gap year. When else am I going to be 18? And money, it comes and goes, but these experiences, they are very precious. Currently I'm walking around in my shorts because I'm on a run. Denmark is also quite the cycling nation. A lot of bikes everywhere. So it's quite hard to commute by foot. First impressions, I'm gonna have to say it's very peaceful. There's a lot of free space, and I find that when we leave England, we find out that, oh, there are very big roads where, even though it's a very central district of Copenhagen, people are still being able to disperse themselves and not amass into massive crowds like we have on Oxford Street and Oxford Circus, for example. Another thing, very interesting architecture. I haven't read into the history of Copenhagen's architecture as much as I have into the overall history. Some buildings remind me of, you know, a Soviet Russia situation. Some buildings are maybe inspired by something French or English. I don't know, you'll be seeing a lot of clips of that. And last first impressions comment before we start exploring the city. Full on, a very fashionable nation. I was expecting a lot of pop of color, low-rise, baggy, a lot of really cool abstract jackets, and I wasn't disappointed. That's exactly what was served visually to me yesterday. Let's go explore the city. Look, this has to be inspired by England, right? This could easily be in London, North London. They had these chocolate balls covered in chocolate sprinkles.
How to use this. Go on.
We came to Espresso House, which I like to classify as the Scandinavian version of Pret. We purchased our first Danish cardamom bun. I have very high expectations for, because this is the traditional cuisine, the traditional pâtisserie.
We like.
Which is the Fine Art Museum of Copenhagen, and we're just immersing ourselves in some French, Danish art and Greek and Egyptian sculptures. And then I'm worried about my double chin, guys. Check that out. Check that out. Okay, I think from now on it's daily chin massage. Hello. Welcome to Historical Pause with Elise. So currently we are right by the side of Christiansborg Palace, which is, I'm pretty sure, an allegory of Buckingham Palace, which we have in London. So, with its construction starting in 1733, Christiansborg Palace serves as a palace and government building on the islet of Slottholmen, or Holmen, we don't know. It is the seat of the Danish Parliament, the Prime Minister's office, and the Supreme Court of Denmark. The current Prime Minister of Denmark is actually Mette Frederiksen, who is a woman, because woman empowerment. And the palace reception royal rooms and the royal stables right here, well, the royal horses situation going on, are also used by the Danish monarch, who is Margaret II of Denmark. Thank you very much.
Searching.
Hello, I have officially fulfilled my spicy tuna sandwich from Joe and the Juice Fantasy. I didn't get the jalapenos, so illegal. We are on the Gamel Strand, which from my little historical fact file is promenade with colourful buildings from the 17th and the 18th century and the 19th, because in 1795 there was the fire of Copenhagen, which destroyed most buildings apart from number 48, which wasn't severely damaged and is still standing, and we're gonna go check it out.
It's like a mix of Venice and Notting Hill.
Here he is.
What is happening?
Behind me we have the Little Mermaid, which is a bronze statue made by Edward Erickson depicting a mermaid becoming a human, which is why you can see her legs melting into a tail. It is displayed by rock on the waterside of the Langeline Promenade here in Copenhagen, Denmark. It's 1.25 meters tall, shorter than I am, but it weighs a staggering 175 kilograms. Fatty. Based on the 1837 fairy tale by Hans Christian Andersen, which we all know, commissioned in 1909 by Carl Jacobsen, who's the son of the founder of Carlsberg, which we visited today, the Fine Art Museum. Carlsberg was fascinated by the ballet The Little Mermaid at the Copenhagen Royal Theatre. He asked a ballerina, who was the Little Mermaid, Ellen Price, to model for the statue. However, Ellen Price only agreed to model the head of the statue, but they did need someone to model for the actual body, because how else are you gonna structure it? Guess who was up for the job? Ericsson's wife, Eline. So not Ellen, but Eline Eriksson. Okay. We've got the 2 krone, which has got a hole in the middle because the Vikings used to carry their coins around their necks, and we're throwing them into the sea for good luck.
Did you make a wish?
I did make a wish, yes. I'll let you in on a little secret. This whole park that we're in is actually a star. Visual reference, insert here. Sick. I look like an egg. Talk about eggy behavior.